Hey guys, Lady Liberty Stacker. It is Thursday, February the 28th, 2019. I am back today. I have it's going to be a little bit longer of a video. I had to go out today. I ran some errands, had to go to the post office to drop off some orders. And I had a coupon that today was going to expire and I needed to use it. So I headed down to a Goodwill further away from where I live. I haven't been there in a while, but there's some antique malls down there. And there's one in particular that I've gone to before and I've had some success finding really rare cast iron for a good price. I don't know if those vendors are still there, but I figured I'd combine it all in a trip. So I do have some footage driving later in the video, so stay tuned for that, and also footage at the antique mall and showing you what I found and why I didn't pick it up and identifying it, but I did find some. So that's good news. Anyway, I stopped at the Goodwill first, and I'll show you what I got. I was actually looking for jeans today because I had 35% off sale on jeans. That's my niche category, but I didn't find any. But I do know enough about other areas, so I could pick up some other things if I go there to get jeans, and I didn't find any. So anyway, what you're looking at here is a nutcracker village. There are 5 little nutcracker guys. They're ornaments, and they have a lever on the back, and I'll move in close so you can see it. Their mouths open and shut when the lever is raised up in the back. So that's perfect for a kid. I actually had this in mind for my step-grandson. And it's my husband's grandson. If I don't sell these, I'm going to put them up for the price I want. If I don't sell them, he's going to get them for Christmas. So if I sell them, I sell them. He really won't know the difference. But I think they're neat. I think it would make a nice Christmas gift. I did take them out of the box, and they're not brand new because I think somebody did use them. But they are in mint condition. There's nothing wrong with them, and they work great. And there's the price tag. But somebody had torn it off, and then they're from 1999, so they're considered vintage. Okay, so we got that. Next up are 4 CDs. I like CDs because they're easy to list, easy to ship, easy to store, even if they don't take up much room. Don't take up much room. I already have a couple of storage cabinets I got for a couple of bucks at Savers that I can put my CDs in, and I put them in alphabetical order. So I picked up 4 today, all brand new and sealed. I can get about maybe $10 to $20 a piece for these, and then I always tack on shipping. So and of course I take the shipping back off again, and of course fees. I can probably net 10 to 15 on these, hopefully. So the first one is Paul McCartney, Chaos and Creation in the Backyard. And I don't know when this one came out. The print is really small, but I'll do some research on it. Paul McCartney usually does well. So anyway, I picked that one up. Next is a Christmas CD. Christmas sells all year round online. And this one was all the rage at Christmas time. This is a Crooner Christmas collection from various artists. They labeled it Baby It's Cold Outside. If you guys remember all the controversy at Christmas time, I thought it was silly. I think it's a cute song. I don't look too deeply into that kind of stuff. Somebody was offended by it. I mean, come on. The guy didn't want his honey to go out in the cold. But whatever, take it as you will. But at any rate, they have a bunch of different things on here. You have Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby, Dean Martin, part of the Rat Pack, Perry Como, Andy Williams, Nat King Cole. It's sealed. I should do quite well on this one. So it'll probably sell better at Christmas than now, but I'll do the research. Next up is Trans-Siberian Orchestra, sealed. I have this one. Mine I enjoy. I've been to see them 3 different times. They are like a classical rock Christmas. It's very cool. And this is completely sealed with the artwork. And you can see it's Christmas Eve and other stories. And sealed. So, yeah, that's a nice one. Then finally, this is a strange one. But again, it's brand new. Castaway Sing and Play Music. And it actually had pretty decent comps. And there weren't that many of them on eBay. Sealed, brand new. And with a barcode, so they're easy to list. Basically, there's some that were new, but they didn't, net that much money. And sometimes there were 100 of them, 50 of them, 100 of them. And I always stick with I always try to go when quantities are not as much, because people are going to see your listing, and if they're looking for it, they're going to buy it. And, you know, if there's too much competition in any category, I don't buy it, period. I don't care if it is a good flip or not. I mean, unless I've got the best one and I paid the cheapest price and I can price it competitively. But usually I stay away from that. Then finally, the last thing, I got a pair of men's, brand new, Northwest Territory, size 8. So size 8 is a smaller size. I'm not sure how these will do, but they were $4.98, less than 35%. So you do the math. It's a little bit right around $4, give or take, with tax. And these are like a trail walking, slip-on walking shoe, and they are suede leather, and they've got the tags on them, and it says leather, rugged, outdoor quality, and I don't know how old they are. This is probably a promotional price where they were at the store originally, so this means nothing as to what they sell for. The boots were selling for $60 to $80, so I'm thinking I can get $30 to $40 for these. They're brand new, and they're solid. So I'll put them up for that and drop the price accordingly, but there are 2 of them, so I'll back out the camera. You can see them. Aren't they beautiful? They're very substantial, they're thick, they're quality, and that's what I aim to go for when I buy stuff. So that's it, guys. I will next show you the antique mall, and I'll show you a summary on the way home. All right? Hey, guys. LadyLibertyStacker here. I'm at an antique mall, in a few cities away from where I live, and I was walking out. I didn't see any cast iron, maybe a couple of skillets, and I had to stop for a second because somebody walked by. But I was on the way out, and I said, do you guys ever get any cast iron anymore? And this happens to be one vendor, and this is everything she has. I'm probably not going to pick any of this up. I'll show you why and kind of tell you what this stuff is. You have to know your cast iron to figure this out. The one thing I will tell you is the most common sizes are number 3, which is about a 6.5-inch skillet. Number 5, which is about an 8.5-inch skillet. This is an old, I'm not sure what it is. It's coated in crud, and they want $25 for it, which I'd probably pay $5, if that. And here is a number 8. It's a Piqua, and it has a price of $49.99. Sometimes they'll discount, but there is a lot of rust under the baked-on seasoning there. Here is another Wagner ware for $19.99, number 3, and a number 6 Wagner. It's unmarked, but you can tell by the handle, you can tell by the font. And here is I'll just kind of go ahead and show you. This person that's selling these doesn't really know. This one, she says, is a 3-notch lodge. So we'll take a look at it. And it is actually made in Korea, so I do not believe it's a lodge. Lodge is made in USA, and it's got some rust on it, and they want, how much she want for it? That's what happens. I'm trying to hold my camera. It's hard. Which I have an unboxing to show you, which will solve that problem. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. This is difficult. $19.99. Nah, I wouldn't get it. Okay, so then you have a ancient griddle, pancake griddle. It's not very big. It's probably only about 10, maybe 10 inches across, but this gate mark indicates it was made in the late 1800s. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty nice. They want $39.99. Actually, does it say gate marked? It just says gate mark number 8, so it's about 10 inches across. And so that's kind of neat. Don't know if it'd be, I don't need one. Don't know if it'd be worthwhile to flip, because I'd have to clean it, season it, and I would have too much into it to make a decent profit. I have a lot of skillets already, so I only pick them up now if I want to add a very rare one to my collection, or if I need to flip it. This is an unmarked lodge, $20, number 3. This is a number 10 Wagner unmarked, covered in crud and rust. It's unmarked, and I wouldn't pay $40 for that. That's it's a number 10, but I tried it just for the heck of it. We'll take it over here to a flat surface. We'll give it a mini test. Put it down here, and it spins around. So if it spins around like that, and it has considerable wobble, so number 10 is collectible, because the larger the skillets, the more rare they are. But it's got considerable wobble, so we don't want that. And sometimes that's uneven cooking. You don't really know until you get into it and clean all that crud off. And that would need electrolysis probably to get it all off. And then you have another unmarked Birmingham stove and range, which I have one. I restored it on one of my recent videos. I paid $5 at a garage sale. They want $44.99, so don't think so. This one isn't bad. This one is a Wagner. It's in pretty decent shape. I think it is a, let me see what it is. It's a number 6, which isn't as common. But I turn it over on the back. It says made in USA. So if it says made in USA, it was made after 1960. They're not quite as collectible after 1960, but still a good skillet. Wagner makes a very good quality pan. The one that was most intriguing here is this Victor number 8. You don't see these too much. I think this is maybe only the first time I've run into these, and they were making these around the early 1800s. This is a number 8, which is about a little over 10 inches. Very nice pan, very nice, but I would still strip it down. We'll take it over here, and then I'll show you the price, and you can faint. Okay. No wobble. Very little wobble. And there's no spin, so it's a very, very good pan. Again, I would strip it. There's probably some rust under there, under the old seasoning, but here is a Griswold Victor. Makes it very collectible. $125. But no, it's a little beyond my price point now. I've already got a number 8 Griswold, but not like this. That's a nice pan, but I wouldn't want to pay quite that much. So that's kind of what I found today. That's another number 5, I believe. And this is a number 8. Again, 3, 5, and 8 are the most common. And this is a BS&R number 7, but it's I like BS&R Birmingham stove and range. We'll take a look at it. And I put it over on a flat surface, but unfortunately it spins around too much, and knowing that ahead of time, I'm certainly not going to purchase it, but it would cook okay. But I already have a 7 that cooks great. It's a Griswold, so I wouldn't really be in the market for another one. The only one I'd want is one I can flip. So there you go, guys. I almost left without seeing any cast iron at all, but unfortunately none of these is here's another one. This is, I'll just show you this. It's a griddle, or a grill, but these are hard to clean and probably hard to take care of. They want $19.99 for it. Not bad, but you know what it is? It looks old. It's not. It's a Lodge. So it could be 2 years old, for all you know. That it's just the owner didn't maintain it. Who knows? So we'll go ahead and put that back. But anyway, I thought I'd take a run to the antique mall today to see if there was anything. Unfortunately not, but I did make a few pickups at the Goodwill down the street. So, okay guys, I'm headed home from the antique mall. It was kind of interesting. It's very large, but there were several booths that were emptied. And it just seems like the stuff just does not move very quickly there because the prices are high on a lot of things. I found some latch hook kits that were vintage 80s, and I've sold a couple of those. And they actually go for, if you find a rare and a desirable one, I mean, I got $27 for one probably a month or two ago. And these were pretty rare. $5 was the price. It wasn't bad, but they were going for like $14, free shipping on eBay. So I just, I was disappointed. Didn't find much cast iron until you'll see the next segment in the video. But I decided to stop in. I've been there before. I don't come down often, only because it's, it's quite a ways from my house. So, but I've picked up some decent skillets there in the past, but the vendors were different than this one. Sometimes you can get a good price, but I think I'm going to try to hit a few more estate sales and garage sales when the weather gets warmer and see what I can find on my own, because you always pay up in an antique mall, and I like to strip them all. But at any rate, I went through the mall and I looked at different things, like, I sell puzzles, I sell books, I sell old collectibles. So I was basically looking at the price tags and what people wanted for these things, just to have an idea, if I ever find something like that at an estate sale, what maybe I could get for it. So I just, figured, I'm not going to waste the opportunity. I'm going to educate myself. So when I'm out in the spring and summer and fall hitting the pavement, I'll be able to see things that these folks get. These folks are just like me, I bet, with the booze, and they're at the they find things like this at flea markets and garage sales and the like. So I just wanted to cap it there. I'm doing a voiceover now because what I said here was redundant. I switched the order around a little bit just because it didn't make sense the other way. But anyway, the thing about reselling is knowing what to buy, when to buy, and when not to buy. And I showed you a little bit of that today. Showed you what to look for in cast iron, how to identify it, how to identify if it's collectible or not, or overpriced or not. I'll be back soon with another unboxing. Thanks for watching, guys, and go make it a great day.